Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So most of the times I've realized that when relationships are at a verge of breaking up, or maybe the guy is starting to lose some interest in us, it is only natural for us as people and as women that we tend to think, you know what, I have to come up with some tricks, I have to come up with some things that are going to be a wake-up call for this guy to realize my value, and maybe he might stick around. You know, he might be scared of losing me. I want to instill some fear in him for him to be scared of losing me, and maybe that might make him to stick around. I think that is the biggest mistake that we do as women. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I haven't done it. I have, but you know what, I've looked back and said I wish I would have done things differently, because me coming with those tricks, me playing those games, I invested a lot into a wrong thing, and in the process I lost myself. And that is the biggest mistake or the biggest fear that you should have as a woman, losing yourself just because of a man, losing yourself just because you want a man to recognize your value and stick around. So welcome back to Open Talk with Mary. For those who don't know me, my full name is Mary-lmmaculate, and in this channel we talk about everything that has to do with relationships, marriage, and self-worth, and we do give advice on how to tackle and solve those problems. So I'm back with another video. Don't be afraid to lose him, but be afraid to lose yourself, because once you lose yourself, that will be the end of you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying a guy should not fear losing you, but that fear has to come up natural. It shouldn't be to an extent that you have to invest so much energy into thinking of what can I do to make him stick around. You have to realize that once a man does not fear losing you, he is not worth you anymore. I know it might be the painful thing to experience, and I have gone through it myself, but realize that you cannot invest so much energy and so much time into something that has to come up naturally. Remember when, I started dating, if I see that the guy is starting to lose interest, I will start to put, maybe my ex as my profile picture. If he asks me, I'll be like, yeah, just because you're losing so much interest in me, I want to show you that someone somewhere out there still wants me back. I used to come up with a lot of things, but now I can look back and say, instead of investing in me, being a better version of me, being proud of me, maybe, working hard on my body, investing in other things, I invested so much time into trying to keep a man, and that destroyed me. So as sisters, I'm gonna say to you, don't invest things that you should not invest just because you want to keep a man. I have seen some women, they even give up on their own children just because they want to keep a man. He is not happy about your child, but you are going to sacrifice abandoning your child, going to leave your child with your auntie or with your mother, with a relative, just because you want to keep a man. No man is worth you sacrificing your child to be with him. If he doesn't want your child, let him go. And I can tell you today that once a guy does not fear losing you, then that relationship is no longer a relationship, but now it is going to be a game. You are going to play mind games all the time, trying to let him stick with you, trying to keep him, but in the process, you are going to destroy yourself. You are not going to have enough time to look after yourself, to think about going to do your hair, to think about looking nice, to think about investing in you intellectually in any kind of a form, but you are going to invest your time and effort into what can I do today to make him stick around. And you might come up with ideas that are going to be a wake-up call for him for 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 2 days, 2 months, but it's not going to last forever, because now it's not going to be natural. You understand? It will no longer be a relationship, but it will be a game that will consume a lot from you, and that will destroy you in the process, because you cannot keep up with the demand that the relationship will now be demanding, because it's going to demand a lot from you, to keep coming up with ideas. What can I do today that is going to make him stay? What can I do tomorrow? What can I do the next week? You are not going to have time to look at yourself and say, what can I do for me to be a better version of myself? all the time you'll be thinking about him. You should realize that you need to shift your focus. Instead of focusing on him to value you, to come up with things that are going to make him to value you, shift your focus and focus on you and say, okay, I've realized that this man is no longer showing any interest in me. You know what? I have to focus now on myself, because at the end of the day, you have to accept that now it is no longer a relationship. There is no relationship anymore if one partner is not into it as much as the other partner is. You should realize that you cannot fight for something that another partner is not fighting for. Relationships are hard work. Let's face it, they are hard work. They need two people to fight for them. You know, don't die for someone who won't die for you. You are not Jesus. You understand? Die for someone who will die for you. You know, fight for his attention, you know, when you see that he also fights for yours, but not when it's like one-sided, because you will lose yourself. And don't lose yourself, because getting yourself back will be the most difficult thing that you will ever go through. I have been through it myself. I lost myself in the process, and you know what? It was the most difficult thing that I've ever been through, trying to get myself back into my feet again and being content and happy with the person that I am and that I was. So remember, ladies, that you have to value yourself first. You have to fear losing yourself first before you fear losing a man that is not worth you. One of the biggest things that happen in toxic relationship is when someone cannot appreciate and value you and treat you the way you deserve, but they cannot let you go. You have to realize that that person is not worth you. Because sometimes I think we stick around, you know, and we accept nonsense just because we are scared of going out there and starting afresh. So don't be scared. If the guy is not worth you, if he's not investing in the relationship the way that you are investing, if you are going to cry for his attention, if you are going to cry for him to touch you, for him to be affectionate with you, realize that that relationship has come to an end. No matter how much it hurts, you are going to heal. I can tell you that it might look dark right now, but realize that one day you look back and say, you know what? I made the right choice of leaving, because now I'm at a better place. Remember, the problem is not in falling, but it is in falling and failing to rise. So once you see that things are not working your way, once you see that this relationship is now a deadbeat, don't try and raise it up alone. Just leave it there and say, you know what, I'm going out there. I'm going to start anew. I am a woman. I am beautiful. I am strong. And I have a man out there who is ready to take a queen and treat her like a queen. So shift your focus. Instead of saying, what can I do to make him stick around? Ask yourself, what can I do to make myself better? That is the best thing that you should do. Ask yourself, what can I do to make myself to be content and happy with the woman that I am? Instead of you being the reason that you is now destroyed, that you is now broken. Realize that picking those pieces and trying to put them together, they're gonna be heartbreaking. Don't be the reason in this world, I've said it many times, don't be the reason in this world that you is not happy. If a man is not appreciating you, tell him to walk away. Tell him the door is opened. You deserve better. You are a queen. Remember that you are a queen all the time. And don't let a man remove that queenness in you. Don't play games, because those games are going to come and bite you in the back. You are not going to be at peace with yourself. You need to be at peace. You need to be happy. Guys, for watching, and remember to like, comment and subscribe. And if you're new here, welcome and welcome to the family. I love you all, ladies. Until next time, do take care. Bye.